Philips van Almonde was a Dutch Lieutenant Admiral who served in his nation's maritime conflicts of the 17th and early 18th centuries. Philips was born in Den Briel, the son of Pieter Jansz van Almonde, a wealthy burgher. The Van Almonde learned the maritime profession under his uncle, the frigate commander Jacob Cleidijck, becoming a cadet on his ship the Wapen van Dordrecht in 1661. He was appointed lieutenant in 1664 by the Admiralty of the Maas. During the Battle of Lowestoft in the Second Anglo-Dutch War, he in 1665 took over command from his incapacitated uncle and was on return confirmed in his command on the 14th of August. He distinguished himself in the 4 days Battle of 11–14 June 1666, where Lieutenant Admiral Michiel de Ruyter defeated the British fleet under George Monk, 1st Duke of Albemarle. In 1667 he was made a full captain. In 1671 he was captain of the Norwegian. On 6 October 1673, during the Third Anglo-Dutch War, he was made a rear admiral, after having distinguished himself as captain of the Wassenaar in the Battle of Solbay and captain of the Delft during the Battle of Schooneveld and the Battle of Texel. In 1674 Van Almonde on the Ridderschap van Holland carried out actions against the French west coast. The following year, he accompanied Tromp's squadron in the Mediterranean. In late May and early June 1676 he commanded a squadron during the battles of Bornholm and Åland in the Baltic Sea as part of a Danish-Dutch fleet, under Niels Juel and Cornelis Tromp. In the second battle, the numerically superior Swedish navy was soundly defeated, granting naval supremacy to Denmark. In 1676, following de Ruyter's death, Van Almonde led the Mediterranean fleet back to Holland. On 5 April 1684 he was appointed vice-admiral by the Admiralty of Amsterdam. During the Glorious Revolution he commanded the rear of Stadtholder William III of Orange's invasion fleet. He achieved his greatest fame, however, during the War of the Grand Alliance, in which the Netherlands and their allies faced off against Louis XIV's France. On 28 March 1692, he was made Lieutenant Admiral. The Van Almonde under Prins commanded a squadron in the battle at Leipzig on 29 May 1692. He actually decided Admiral Edward Russell's victory over the French, who were under the command of Tourville, by launching his longboats against the trapped French, a favorite Dutch tactic. In 1702, during the War of the Spanish Succession, the Van Almonde was behind a plan to seize richly laden Spanish treasure galleons arriving from the West Indies. On 23 October, he convinced British Admiral Sir George Rooke to attack the treasure ships despite the lateness of the year and the fact that the vessels were protected by French ships of the line. The Dutch and English forces in the Battle of Vigo destroyed the enemy fleet in the harbour of Vigo. The English seized 4 ships of the line and 6 galleons, while the Dutch took 6 warships and 5 galleons that had been treasure-laden but were unfortunately unloaded just before the attack. In 1706 he put down command of the Dutch fleet headed for Portugal on hearing that he would be subordinated to a British vice-admiral. On 20 December 1708 he was transferred to his old Admiralty of the Maas at Rotterdam, as this was seen as the most ancient Dutch admiralty. The most honourable function in the Dutch fleet was now his. The Van Almonde later moved back to his Harswick estate at Oegstest, near Leyden, where he died on 6 January 1711. His memorial stands in the Catherine Church at Briel, where he was buried on 30 December 1712.